Alright, today we're going to be laying some filler, sanding, a little cheese grating, making this thing start to look a little less crinkly and a lot more smooth and sexy. Say hello to Beverly, the 1953 Cadillac Series 62. Let's do it. Alright, here we are, inside door panel, driver's side. Looking at those holes we were talking about. So we can see ahead of it, there's about 4 good holes in there. All of them are filled with putty, not cleaned up, not sealed. We can see a little bit of water had gotten down on this inside door panel at one point. Looks like maybe through the inside of the chrome there where the rubber gasket had failed, or right here where these jagged edges are. So we're gonna sand all this down when we get done, but I'm pretty sure this is the problem. And you can see that that's a pretty good dent still right there. We're gonna clean this up. We can also see the dent there, but above it, it's not too bad. That just surface rust. We'll sand that, we'll put some rust stuff on there, clean it up, and then we'll vacuum out all that nastiness down there. All right, we're gonna take a little break right here from grinding. You can see I've gotten a lot down. So there's all 4 of those pull holes pretty much exposed now and cleaned out. So we'll fill and seal and make all those better. And then we got a bunch down here as well that we'll take care of. But I wanted to stop right here because if you look, this is either the second repair or they use 2 kinds of filler, body filler. Because you have this gray stuff right here, and then you have this light cream colored. Which this cream was, almost all of this was the cream, and then this was just this up here. And you can see we're hitting metal here, so there's not that much. This looks like maybe a small dent, and then it got hit again, and then this was a second dent. So I think this is a 2-time repair, but I'm not sure. Not an expert. Don't even know an expert. Pretty much everything I'm learning is reading on the internet and watching YouTube videos. So hopefully this will help you. But I'm almost positive that right here is where the leak occurred. Still got it. That's where the most rust is, but you can see I've almost got it. All right, we're gonna finish sanding and put some of that the end rust on there, which I have. Right here. This is what I'm going to use. Rust converting metal primer. Seal. So we'll see how it goes. I've used N-Rust, a few others, a lot of maritime application, but see how it goes. So at this point, I went ahead and applied the Seal on the, you can see the drips from where I ran it through on the inside, just to make sure all of those holes, I cleaned them out and sanded them, and then put this in there to make sure. And it's a rust converting metal primer, so it'll turn black. It takes 24 hours to cure and set up. So we'll come back tomorrow, and then we'll sand a little bit more and get ready to straighten some stuff out. All right, so it's been 24 hours since we put the, hey Misha, the rust converter primer. I took a spray bottle and sprayed inside here best I could. I missed a couple spots, so I'm gonna put a second coat on and wait another 24 hours down inside. But I cleaned all the gross out and vacuumed it up and got it looking pretty nice. We'll do the whole outside door later, and made sure to get those holes really good. So hopefully we'll get this whole door cleaned up. The panel's in really good shape, and we can get it sealed. And then I'm gonna put some expanding foam in there too, I think, or maybe some bed liner. Haven't decided, but something to protect and keep any moisture that gets through this window seal in the future. Alright, let's see how we do. I went ahead and cut that hole around all the rust, and we'll make a piece to go over that. And if we get down in here, put a bunch of rust converter to primer stuff in there, that Coro seal, and it's hard to see, but we missed a couple little spots, so I'll put another coat in there. It is right there. I'll put some more in there, and then I'm gonna fill that up with, because I only have a flux core cheap welder, and I heard that'll bleed through the paint. I'm gonna try a way where they did it with the expanding foam and JB welds, and I don't know, see how it goes. So we'll try it out. In theory, it should work. And this car is not going to be a showroom car. I mean, it is a classic 53. It's in really good shape. By the time we get done, it'll look real nice. But nobody will know if it's not going to rust out. And, you know, we're on a budget. See if we can't make that shit pretty. All right, so we've pulled most of this dent out. It looks pretty good. I used this come along and just hooked it to the truck. Kind of was backing the truck up and forward to get the right angle on it, and then would give it a nice tug, rotate this hook right here wherever I needed to pull around, and then would hold it, give it a tug, hit it with the a little bit of a steel hammer there and a sand hammer, and got it pretty well rounded. And you can see the inside's not too bad. Got a little bit of stuff to clean up. I'm gonna sand this and then church it up a little more. We should be pretty close for body work, or body filler, which will be, oh, I got shit in the way there. We're gonna do this piece, and then back here, once the rest of that inhibitor inside there dries, we're gonna try the fill that and put a new piece on it. Cool. So far so good. It's gonna be a churched up rat rod. This was the most common 53 Cadillac they had, Series 62. I think it's one of the most that they produce. So of these cars, this is the most popular. So it's not like this is gonna be a showroom car or anything when it's done, but it's gonna look dope as shit, hopefully. Green on the bottom, gray on the roof, and then I think in some black instead of chrome, but we'll see. All right, let's move along, get back to work.
Cadillac presents Motordom's masterpiece. Cadillac's newest marvel of styling and engineering is now at your Cadillac dealers. The 1958 Cadillac is brilliantly new in beauty, with fabrics and appointments that introduce a new concept of interior elegance. And Cadillac's dynamic 1958 engine and revolutionary air suspension provide a totally new experience in modern motoring. See and drive Motordom's masterpiece, the 1958 Cadillac.